nothing can be done. This cooperation is not only needed from you, you must ask, you must request, you must invite and pray, so that all the forces of the world, all the forces of the universe cooperate with you. That's why this Upanishad, Adhyatam Upanishad, starts with a prayer. This prayer is beautiful. Om, let the sun be beneficent for us, and Varun, and Aryama, and Indra, Brihaspati, and all be beneficent for us. Let Vishnu be beneficent for us. Salutations to that Supreme, O air, salutations unto you, for you are immediate Brahma, the Absolute, the Supreme. I shall call thee alone the immediate Brahma. I shall also call thee Rita and Satya, the law and the reality. Let them protect me. Let them protect the Acharya, the teacher. Oh, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. With prayer we start. Why? Because man alone is helpless. Man alone cannot do anything. Because man alone is nothing. Man is just a meeting point of million and million forces. In you, every universal force is crossing. You are just a crossroad. The sun, the air, the earth, the fire, the ether, everything is passing through you. You are just a crossroads. Remember this, because then you become part of this cosmos. And this is very significant to remember, because the modern mind thinks itself to be isolated, not in tune with the universe, but in conflict, in a struggle. The Western attitude has always been of a struggle, conflict. And now the Western mind has become the universal mind. No, there exists no such thing as Eastern mind. This Upanishad belongs to the Eastern mind. It existed once. It is totally different. Western attitude is of fighting with the universe, of conquering. How to conquer nature? How to conquer natural forces? This makes man alienated. Man becomes a stranger in this universe. A conqueror is bound to be violent. A conqueror is bound to be in conflict. And ultimately a conqueror is bound to find himself isolated, alone. Eastern mind is totally different. The very approach is not a fight, but of deep resonance. Universe and I are not two. I am part of it, just a wave in the great ocean. I belong to it, and it belongs to me. There is a belonging. I am not a stranger in this world. I am not forced on this world. I am not an enemy, and the world is not inimical towards me. I am part of it, and not a mechanical part, but an organic part. Just like my eyes are my organic part, my hands are my organic part. I touch through my hands, I see through my eyes. My seeing has become my eyes, and my touching has become my hand. The universe has become man in you. The universe has become a particular individual in you. You are not different from it. You are just a wave. And the universe is flowering through you. This is Eastern way of looking at the world. Man in tune. That's why prayer. Prayer is a bridge. It makes you feel again at home. Even the sun is not so far away. The Upanishad says, let sun be beneficent to us. Let everything be beneficent to us. Let everything be a blessing to us and a help. Why? Because truth is not yours or mine. Truth means the center of this universe. And if you are in conflict with the universal forces, you can never reach it. Only in a deep friendship, deep intimacy, the universe opens its doors for you. So prayer is just creating a forgotten intimacy. Look at it in this way. A child is born. The moment a child is born, he is separated from his mother. Before birth, in the womb, he was one. With the mother, one. There was no separation. The child and the mother were one. The child existed within the mother as part, organic part, because even the child was not breathing. The mother was breathing and the child was alive through mother's breath. The child's heart was not beating. The mother's heart was beating and the child was alive through mother's heart. The child was not eating. The child was not doing anything. The child was just part and parcel of the mother. Then the child is born and separated. then the child grows as individual. Away and away the child goes from the mother. The same happens with human consciousness. Before consciousness is born, you are one with the universe. In deep sleep, you again fall into that oneness. When there is no dreaming and no thought, there is no mind. And when there is no mind, there is no ego. In deep sleep, you are no more. Because your mind is no more. Who you are in your deep sleep, can you say? What is your name? When you are deep, dreamlessly asleep, who are you? What is your name? There is no name. Because if there is name, you are not deep asleep. The name is just a surface thing. Who are you, a Hindu or a Mohammedan, a Christian, Catholic or Protestant? Who are you? Educated, uneducated, poor or rich, a beggar or a king? Who are you, man, woman, young or old? In deep sleep, you are none. Still you are. You cannot say that you are. Absolutely not. You are. But you are not that which you are when awake. While dreaming, while awake, you are a mind. While deep asleep, you are a no mind. The mind is lost, dissolved, but the being is. Deep prayer gives you this feeling of no mind, of deep oneness, as if the whole universe has become a womb. You have become just a child in the womb of your mother. The whole universe has become motherly. No conflict, just prayer. Just a feeling and a trust. Prayer is a trust. The child in the womb of his mother cannot distrust, or can. How can he distrust? He trusts his mother totally. He is no mind, so how can he doubt? How can he distrust? Whatsoever the mother is good, is beneficial. When you pray, you are throwing yourself back into a motherly universe. You are back into the womb of the world, of existence itself. And you trust. This trust is sown in the prayer. The sun will be beneficial, the air, the earth, everything. All the forces of the universe will be helpful. This is a deep trust. How it works? What is the mechanism of it? Is it that all these forces are going to help you? No. No one is going to help you. But the moment you create this trusting, this prayer attitude, this prayerful attitude, once you create this bridge, all the barriers are withdrawn. Those barriers were created by you. Now they are withdrawn. You are not in a fight. You are ready to surrender. You are not going to conquer. You are ready to surrender. You are ready to withdraw your ego. They are not going to help you positively, but now negatively. All the problems, all the barriers, all the hindrances that were bound to be created by your ego will not be created anymore. Now you will not be your enemy. Understand this deeply. These forces, once taken as deeply related with you, intimate, friendly, homely, and the whole universe taken as a home, a motherly womb, then your fighting attitude dissolves. Then your conflicting mind dissolves. Then your violence, then your ego, the effort to be constantly this or that, the very beginning dissolves. And if you have no ego and a prayerful mind, suddenly, with full awakening, you fall into deep sleep. This is the mystery. Suddenly, with full awareness, you fall into deep sleep. That's why Upanishad has constantly declared that samadhi, the ultimate ecstasy which is achieved by meditation, is just like deep sleep with one difference. And that difference is awareness. In deep sleep, you are unaware, unconscious. In samadhi, in ecstasy, you are conscious, aware. But the phenomena is the same. In deep sleep, you become part of the cosmos. In samadhi, ecstasy, you become part of the cosmos. In sleep, you are unconscious. What is happening? In samadhi, you are fully conscious. And once you can become consciously a part of this universe, you have achieved the goal. So from tomorrow morning, we will try to re-enter the womb of the universe by dissolving ourselves, by throwing away the main disease of human mind, the ego, by surrendering, by being receptive. We are not going to conquer the truth. Rather, on the contrary, we are going to allow the truth to conquer us. Now, some instructions for the morning meditation. First, don't be serious at all. For this whole camp, don't be serious at all. I consider seriousness to be a fatal disease. So please don't try to be long faces. Why I particularly say this? Because religious people are usually trying to be that. Don't be serious. Be more and more laughing, enjoying like small children. Because before the divine force, we are small children. So don't be serious. You cannot approach that divine force with a serious, sad face. That's a barrier. Laugh and dance and enjoy like small children, and you can enter the temple very easily. The doors are always open for the children. Be children-like. Jesus is reported to have said that only those who are like children will enter the kingdom of God. And look what Christians have done. They have created a very serious, sad religion. Jesus on the cross, a weeping religion, crying. Christians say Jesus never laughed. This is unbelievable. Because the man who said only those who are like children will enter the kingdom of God cannot be believed that he never laughed. The quite vice versa can be believed, that he continuously laughed, never stopped laughing, even in his sleep. But this cannot be believed that he never laughed. Be like children, forget your ages, your experience, your knowledge, throw them all, wholesale. Don't try by and by. Throw them, because unnecessary time is wasted. Just throw them, forget them. You may be someone, everyone is someone. If not in others' eyes, in his eyes, everyone is someone. You must be someone. Here be nobody. Forget. Leave outside the campus ground your identities. You may be a doctor, you may be a professor. Leave all these diseases outside. You may be a rich man, you may be a politician. There are thousands and thousands types of diseases. Please leave them outside. Here come like small children. Then something is possible. Otherwise, nothing. So first thing, be completely non-serious. Second thing, for all these 8 days, laugh as much as you can. Why? Because you don't know the mechanism of the mind. Suppressed energies can be thrown out in many ways. Laughter is the easiest. Any energy, try it. Someone has abused you, you feel anger coming in, immediately laugh. And the same energy which was going to be anger will become laughter. You are sad, something has happened. The moment you remember you are sad, immediately laugh. Don't wait someone to help you. Laugh. And suddenly you will feel the change, the same energy which was going to take a shape, sad shape. is transformed into laughter. It has been released. So laughter I give you as a technique of release. And don't try to be miser about it. And don't try to find out any reasons for it. No reasons are needed. Take it as a help for meditation. The whole thing takes a different dimension. Thirdly, for all these days to come, remember one thing constantly. That you are to create a situation in you in which the divine can be invited. So don't do anything. Don't behave in such a way that the situation is disturbed. What do I mean? Be more graceful. Be more loving. Be more compassionate. So that you can create a situation in which the divine can become a guest, be a host. Just think of it. The divine coming to you as a guest. What you will do? How you will behave? How you will clean your house? How you will celebrate? How you will create a space in your house? Constantly for all these 8 days, remember this, that you are going to be a host to the divine. So behave. Always thinking of that. Remember, your laughter can become many things. It can be violent. It can be angry. It can be insulting to someone. Then you are not behaving like a host. Your laughter must become a grace. It must not be insulting to anybody. It must not be insulting, disturbing. It must not create something which can become a barrier. So do whatsoever you like, but constantly remember that in these 8 days, any moment the divine can enter in you. Any moment the divine can enter. So remember that you are ready to receive. Don't talk much, fourthly. Don't talk much. If you can be silent completely, that's better. If you cannot be, then less and less talk. Be telegraphic. Use as many words are absolutely necessary. That will conserve energy. Our talking is much a wastage. Conserve energy. Don't talk. Don't read In the morning we will be doing meditation, in the afternoon, in the night. The remaining time, be more and more silent, happy, blissful. Sit somewhere, don't waste time in talking, and just wait. Remember this word, wait. Everyone knows the meaning, but no one knows the experience. Sometimes when you really wait, you are waiting for your beloved or your lover to come. You are a different man. A different quality enters in you. You are waiting for your beloved. Someone passes by the door, you just become eyes. The whole energy is transformed into eyes. Someone knocks on the door, you become attentive. The beloved may have come. Even the rustling of the leaves outside, dry leaves falling on the ground, and you feel the beloved has come. You are constantly alert. Alert, but not tense. Alert, but waiting. For all these 8 days, wait. Do meditations, be happy, and wait. Don't be impatient. That's what I mean. Be alert and not tense. Don't be impatient. You cannot force the guest to come. You can only invite and wait. So give the invitation and wait. Any moment the guest, and if you are not alert, you may miss the moment. Any moment the guest can come, and you are angry and talking to someone else, you may miss him. Any moment the phenomena is possible, but if you are not there, you may miss for lives. No one can say when the next moment of such opportunity will come. Wait. And lastly, meditation needs you in your totality. Nothing less will. If you withhold something and just do it half-heartedly, it is better not to do it, because the whole effort is useless. You will be simply tired and nothing will happen. So unnecessarily, why tire yourself? If you are half in it, you will be tired. And if someone feels tired, remember this and find out you will be half in it. If you are totally in it, you will be refreshed, not tired. This is the difference. If you are totally in it, nothing has been retained, nothing has been withheld. You were in it totally. The doer was not standing outside, the doer had become the doing. Then you will come out of his fresh like the dew in the morning, fresh like a rose just opening, fresh, full of energy, light, dancing, blessed. And not only blessed, in such a state of mind that you can bless others. But that happens only when you are total in it. It never happens when the minor part has moved. then there is a tension between you standing and between you moving. Then you have become two, then you are split. That split, that inner tension between two creates tiredness. You feel exhausted, not vitalized. You feel just as if your energy has been sucked out. You will feel it. So whenever you feel it, go deep and ask, are you split into two, divided? The effort then do, either stop completely, don't do. That's better. Because you are not deceiving yourself. It is honest. Or be totally in it, move in it. When you move totally in it, it has a different quality. Suddenly, there is no tension, no conflict, no struggle within. Your whole being has gone into it. And you have never gone into anything as total. You have not loved as total. You have not done anything as total, always partial. That's why your life is just moment exhausted. You feel just dying every moment. No beauty, no flowering out of it, just death. Out of life, only death. That shows what you are doing with yourself. Otherwise, life is every day, every moment a new flowering. Every day a new achievement. Every day a new height and a new depth. And if you can go on, moment to moment, moving totally in your life, death becomes itself the deepest experience of life. There is no death then. But it is difficult to move totally in anything. At least try with meditation. If you can move in meditation totally, then you can move in other dimensions also totally. And a total life is a religious life. A religious life doesn't mean any ritual, doesn't religious worship, doesn't mean any religious affiliation. It means energy moving in its totality. And when you move total, you become holy. Why? Because all that is known as sin is possible only when you move in part. You can love someone totally, but you cannot hate someone totally. That's impossible. You can be compassion totally, but you cannot be anger totally. Really, a very strange phenomenon happens. If you can just try to be totally angry, suddenly when the anger will be coming nearer and nearer to the totality, it will change into compassion. If you can try just to be angry totally with your full being, you will reach to the 99 degree of anger. Then if you move more, just nearing the 100%, suddenly you will know the anger has disappeared, and the object of your anger has now become object of your compassion. Because I define sin as that which can be done only partially, with your own one part. And I define virtue, punya, as that which can be done only totally. If you do it partially, it cannot be done. This sin cannot be done with your total being, and the virtue cannot be done with your partial involvement. You have to move into with your whole being. And when the whole being moves into something, you become holy. Religious man. Wait, try for these 8 days. This thing, the happening, is possible for everyone. It is also for you. No one is excluded.